Jazz age living, old-fashioned sipping, pizzazz ain't missing, got the fat cats kissing lips. I bring the old age back.
Okay, welcome to episode 11. This is going to be a super quick one. I just wanted to do this one before I want to watch the Browns-Steelers game. It's been a great wild card weekend for me. Did a podcast with Sean yesterday. Watched a shit ton of football. I watch every football game. I'm addicted. There's no doubt about it. And then today, I woke up early. I did all the work I have to do for tomorrow this morning, and I turned on the Ravens at halftime. And God, the Ravens game makes you really want Lamar Jackson to be a Chicago Bear, doesn't it? I mean, after watching this horrendousness for the Saints game. By the way, I did not expect the Bears to beat the Saints. I'm not delusional. I just expected them to maybe put up a fight. Maybe put up 10 points. Just 10. Who knows? I was like, if they can put up 10... No, I knew they were going to have to put up a bunch of points to even have a chance in this game. So 3 is not close to that. Okay, I'm not much of a mathematician, but 3 is not close to the number we needed to beat the Saints. And I tell you, this game was winnable, very winnable, and it all went downhill after Javon Wims dropped the touchdown. That was the play that could have hyped. I'll tell you what, the defense looked hyped up all game until they realized that Mitch Trubisky couldn't score more than 3 points. So, but yeah, the Javon Wims drop really was the beginning of the end, which shows you that the team itself is not very, it's not suited. It's not a Super Bowl. It's not a playoff. They're not a playoff team. That's the problem. When one play like the Javon Wims drop can literally alter the entire game from there on out, the team's just not ready. I'm still watching the game. This is 21-3. Alvin Kamara just busted it out for another 30-yard gain with his diamond-studded teeth. But it was like the delusional NFL fan in me that was like, oh, we're in the playoffs. Let's have some hope. Saints were favored by 10. I was listening to some Chicago Bears podcasts, some other ones, and they were saying they were going to cover. I almost bet it, but I knew there wasn't a chance, so I didn't bet it, and Mitch proved me right. They're not a playoff team. They're not a contender, and I'll tell you what. When the Saints scored their 14th point and you had no hope, that's when you knew. That's how you know the offense for the Bears. Trubisky needs to go. I'm sorry. I know that I've been reading all these articles saying that they're not going to get rid of Matt Nagy, but Matt Nagy needs to go. He obviously doesn't know what the hell is going on. He can't call a game. I was also reading before this game how Mitch Trubisky was saying, "Oh, we got nothing to lose," and that Mitch Trubisky watches The Last Dance on the team bus when he's going to away games because that's the mentality he wants to bring. Well, you have to be Michael Jordan. You can have the mentality, but without the skill set, it's just a mentality. It's like the guys that talk a lot when you're playing a pickup game of basketball or a flag football game. They talk a lot because they think in their mind, they're like, I've seen other super highly talented people talk a lot. So I don't have high talent, but maybe if I just talk a lot, it'll either show up or people will be confused and think I'm a good player. Without the talent, Mitch, you can't have the Michael Jordan mentality or the Kobe Bryant Mamba mentality. You actually need to have talent. Mitchell. This might be a blessing in disguise. I'm going to be serious. This might be a blessing in disguise. Because now it's like there's no chance to even say, oh, maybe we give him one more year. No. Gone. Get gone. Get gone. That's what I have to tell you, Mitchell. Get gone. How's that? Don't let the door hit you on your ass on the way out. Piece of shit. This was a disgusting game. Especially after watching Lamar. Look, Lamar doesn't have the best accuracy in the world, but did you see that electric run that he had? It's what we need for the Bears. Speaking of running, great job. By the way, after the Javon Wims drop, then they go for it on 4th down, and Mitchell doesn't dive for the first down. He just runs out a yard short. Guy's a fucking buffoon, a fucking idiot. Fucking clown. I'm just glad. You know what? It's gone now. Mitchell Trubisky will never start another NFL game in his life unless he's called in because of an injury. And we get to move on. Hell, I was talking about this on the podcast. We might get Mac Jones. Let's move on. I'm done watching Mitch Trubisky go up and down on the roller coaster. Guy looks, he's amazing against the Jaguars and the Lions and whoever the fuck, the Texans and the Vikings. He looks amazing. Yeah, they all suck. Get gone. How's that sound, buddy? And I wish, but I've read they're keeping Nagy. They're going to keep Nagy. It's good for my podcast because of the entertainment value of me constantly saying, give me your visor, sir. But I don't want that. I want someone competent. No one competent ever has worn a visor. Have you ever met someone wearing a visor and thought, that person was really smart and competent? No. Nobody wears that. It has no use, no function. Who wants to get a tan on the top of their head while also blocking the sun from their eyes? A visor has no function. You either get sunglasses or a regular hat. Whoever made the visor was a complete buffoon. And anyone who made it, being a complete buffoon, means that anyone buying it is even dumber. Because not only did you not create something and are profiting on it, at least that's what the visor inventor is doing. You bought it. You've done nothing and you've wasted money. I bet you this motherfucker showed up to the job interview in a visor. Get rid of Matt Nagy. Get rid of Chuck Pagano. I know the defense played well this game. They've been playing like shit for 8 straight games. They suck. And if we're not going to have a good quarterback, then we need a fucking amazing defense like we had 2 years ago. We had the number 1 defense 2 years ago. That's when Mitch made the fucking Pro Bowl. That's when everyone thought he was awesome because he won 11 games. Either get a quarterback or figure out the defense and make us number 1. God, the only bright spot of us losing is we don't have to go to Green Bay and get our ass whooped for the 3rd time this year. Pieces of shit. Everybody else has a good quarterback in the playoffs. I'd kill for Ryan Tannehill right now. Mitch Trubisky was the worst quarterback in the playoffs, and I'm counting the motherfucker on Washington. Heineke. That dude made Mitch Trubisky look like a piece of shit. Guy came in from the XFL and makes... Mitch Trubisky should be in the XFL. Mitch Trubisky should be thrown in the dumpster with Johnny Manziel and the rest of them. And why the fuck did we jump off? You know what? I'm not even going to break down the Saints game. We didn't have a chance to win this game. So I'm not going to say, oh, if we did this, or if we did that, or if we had Darnell Mooney, or if Anthony Miller didn't get kicked out, we would have. No, we wouldn't have done shit. You could give Mitch Trubisky the fucking best players in the world and he won't do shit. The only bright spot was Allen Robinson snatching footballs from midair that were terribly thrown. And we won't pay the best guy on our offense. We got plenty of work to do in the offseason, I'll tell you that much. We're not getting Deshaun Watson. He wants to go to Miami. So you Bears fans, you better get ready for a cold winter. Because there's going to be a fucking full decade before the Bears are good again. We're going to cycle through a bunch of fucking quarterbacks for a decade. With Matt Nagy at the helm. Fire these fools. You succeed or you fail. They've failed. Fire these fools. I don't even know why I'm getting so angry. I knew they were going to lose. I just expected them to put up more than 3. 6? Can I get 6? Meanwhile, you know, shit's going wrong. Drew Brees is now in portrait mode, talking to the Drew Brees is talking trash to the camera. I can't believe this game's now 28-3. It was 7-3 at halftime, and I gotta say, I thought to myself, that seems like an insurmountable lead at that point in time. 4 points. All right. Anywho, I don't know. I'm going to root for the Ravens the rest of the way through. My family's from Maryland. My brother is from Baltimore. I'm rooting for the damn Ravens, and I'm sad that the Bears didn't get Lamar Jackson. Oh, man. I might be one of those guys. You know, I at least had a head start here where I wasn't a Bears fan for a long time. So maybe I will get to see a good Bears quarterback. But, I mean, I feel for the people that have been Bears fans forever. And just never having a good quarterback is insane to me. You know? It's insane to me to never have a good quarterback. To always have to rely on, you know, you had Jim McMahon, you had the 85 defense. Like, that's what you're relying on? Wouldn't it be nice to have a good quarterback? Shit's wild. Shit's wild, man. This should have never been the Nickelodeon game. I'll tell you that much. Hey, let's pick. Did they look at the Bears? Did they watch any of the Bears games? Like, Nickelodeon, to me, sounds like more of like a high energy, high octane offense game. They must have never watched the Bears then. I'll tell you what, they should have done the Nickelodeon game for the Cleveland Steelers game. Baker Mayfield was made. That dude is already a cartoon. Save some money on the graphics. Oh, and here comes Baker Mayfield. Don't do any graphics. He's already a cartoon. Look at him. He's twirling his arms around and running down the sideline. Up, he's sliming himself. We didn't even plan this, folks. Nickelodeon did not plan that. Baker Mayfield is sliming himself. I don't know where he got the slime. Anyways, into the offseason we go. I guess, you know, you could be a team that just sucked all year and never got to the playoffs. Like, you could be the New York Giants. You could be the Cincinnati Bengals. So, at least I got to stick around and watch a playoff game, right? Glass half full. Man. Yeah, this one was pretty brutal, I'm not going to lie. Anywho, I'm going to call it there. I want to watch the Cleveland Steelers game. Just thought I'd do a quick reaction episode by myself here in my apartment. And next weekend I'll have doggy juice in my apartment, and we'll talk a little sports gambling. How about that? Try and make some people some money here, baby. And then we'll get to, now that we've filtered out the shitty teams, we'll get to watch, Patrick Mahomes, who should have been a Bear. And we'll get to watch like some real skill, Whatever. I do want to end on a positive note. I'm tired of being negative. There's so much negativity in the world nowadays. The defense, they're about to give up. No, they stopped them on the goal line. It's 21-3. I will give defense props. I mean, they kept us in this game when we should never have been in this game. Mitch Trubisky sucks so bad, and the defense actually stepped up and through 3.5 quarters gave it their all, and I think they just got tired because they were on the field constantly. So props to the defense for stepping up. I still think Chuck Pagano should be gone, but hey, they stepped up. Mitch didn't step up at all, and there's only so much he can do, So, all right, here we go, Buffalo. If you watched the last podcast, here we go, Buffalo. I'm going to be rooting for the Buffalo Bills and the Baltimore Ravens. They'll probably play each other in the championship game, AFC championship game, because I don't think Cleveland's going to win, but I could be wrong. Who knows? I don't know. It'd be hilarious to see Tom Brady win. Just go to another team, immediately win the Super Bowl. I mean, to solidify just GOAT status, that's what you could do. Anyways, I'm out. I'm going to watch this game here. I'm going to pour myself a glass of wine. Thanks for listening, and have a good week and have a good weekend. And I'll be here with Doggy Juice discussing sports gambling on Saturday. All right, peace, boy. I said,